Welcome to SIssues. We are two sisters with issues and a need to work them out, and we're inviting you along for the ride.
Here we are taking the big things we have in common. Our love for Outlander, inappropriate humor, and why people do the things they do. Mix this up with our dirty lady mo's, and this podcast is born.
But don't worry, we'll explore other issues too.
Because you know,
when you have sisters, you have issues.
If you are easily offended or don't appreciate the creative use of colorful Canadian cursive language, this is not the podcast for you.
Is this working? Hello? Hello? Is this on? Oh, we're on? Hi. Hi, Sherry.
On. Hi, Phil.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, everybody.
Sure?
Hi, everybody out there in podcast land. Welcome back to SIssues.
She's having some SIssues.
I have this big smile on my face, and it's actually hurting my cheeks.
Don't talk to me about hurting your cheeks. I'll hurt your cheeks.
What? No, you won't. You'll try, but it ain't gonna work.
Hurt your cheeks. Talk to me about cheeks hurting.
Alrighty, so we are at the Hail Mary, Season 2, Episode number 12 of Outlander. Woohoo! Sorry, I had to burp in there. I was trying not to do it while I was talking.
It didn't work.
Yeah, that's because I had a little bit of peanut butter, and it's just working its way. Yeah.
That's okay. That's how most women who watch Outlander sound, and they're drinking their wine. All their wine.
I think the best place to watch Outlander would be in a big, huge soaker tub with bubbles and candles, and for you that like your wine, with a glass of wine, nice and hot, and make yourself all sweaty. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that's the best way.
With the jet set on.
I wasn't going to say that.
You were thinking it, and everybody was thinking it.
Alrighty, guys, so get your episode ready, skip through your recap, and go directly to your music. And Miss Cher, will you hit us off?
We're going to do it in a different way today. No, we're not. We're going to do the same thing I always fucking do.
Why aren't you doing something different?
Because I don't know what to do anymore. I'm doing the same thing since we started, so I have to keep on doing the same thing.
You could do it like with a Mickey Mouse accent.
How about you mind your own business, and I'll do it my way.
Kiss my grits.
Kiss my tits.
Red rosy elbow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that too. Probably be a little less offensive than what I said. All right. So I'm going to count you down. When I hit 1, you are going to hit play. Okay, people? Okay. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
I waited my second. I remembered to wait my second because our timing was a second off, so I had to hold off. But I did it.
Nobody cares, but that's all right.
Whatever. They're on here listening to us because they care.
You know, we might have 0 listeners this whole time.
But in my head, there's more. There's like maybe a room full, and that would make me really happy.
I wonder if there's nobody.
You know what? I just think we're just like so entertaining. Like there's no pre-recording or pre-rehearsals. This is all sit our butts down. Okay, I'm hitting record, and away we go. This is us.
I know, but I just wonder. Well, we'll never know. Well, we won't know until we actually start putting these up and getting some feedback. So there's that.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Why is my volume up so loud in my ears? I don't understand.
Probably because you have your volume up on your computer.
Right?
Just a
guess.
guess.
Needs to turn that down a little bit. Holy cow.
Right? Try doing that.
This episode I have mixed feelings about. They call it the Hail Mary for a reason.
Yes, they do. Yeah, it's a big one. This was written by Ira Bear and Tony Graffia, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Ira Bear was pretty big in season 2. His Richard Kahn was his writing assistant pretty much throughout the whole season. And he wrote one episode, I believe.
Man, they look like they've been ridden hard and put away wet, huh?
Yeah.
All of them. Like, especially Jamie, like, look at him. He's just like, they need somewhere to sleep.
Yep. Sure do. That was one of Mom's favorite expressions. Ridden hard and put away wet.
Yep.
I don't think they meant I don't think she meant that.
No, I don't think so. Look at Fergus sleeping on Murtaugh's back, right?
Yeah. Oh, what a rough ragtag group.
Look at these guys.
It's like Outlander meets The Walking Dead.
Yeah, exactly. This is how you look before you turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, like, not having the food and being out there for weeks, you know, cooking the boiling branches and grass and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, I don't want to.
Cooking grass and eating it.
But when you've got nothing else, right? What else are you going to do? You got to find sustenance from something.
You do. Oh, I don't know what I would do. Have you ever thought about that? Like, not what you would do in a situation like this, but if you're like stranded somewhere and like what you would eat or.
Oh, me, I would eat pretty much anything.
Would you eat a person?
If there was nothing, like no anything, like if we were on a beach and there wasn't any way to fish or there was no trees, or I'd be eating trees and shit like that first before I would ever go eat somebody. But I would have to cook them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can't eat a raw person. You don't even like sushi.
Exactly. No, you know, for me, it would be everything and anything else. You know, you have to, though, think about it going through your body. It's not like you can just go grab a piece of bark and start chewing, right? You have to think about if it's going to process through your body, because that could be the killer. Not that you're going to starve, but this wood is trying to make its way through your system.
Boy, that, ouch, coming out.
Yep.
Ugh. Yep.
Yeah. Can you imagine, though, knowing in just a few days you'll be dead? You know what I mean? I just, I wouldn't want to know.
Day, and she knows, and well, they know Culloden Moor. Yeah. She walked on Culloden Moor.
Yeah.
With Frank.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's sad. It makes me sad to. I wouldn't. If someone said to you, "Hey, would you want to know the day of your death?" Absolutely not. I have enough anxiety that would just consume me until the day of my death.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be one of those really fantastic people that would have made the best of it and all that stuff. No, my anxiety would have just taken over. So I don't want to know. I just want to live my life.
Yeah.
Medical supplies. I think you might need a few.
Yep. And of course, whenever Claire goes somewhere,
shit happens.
Oh, yeah. Poor Fergus.
At least he's sleeping, you know.
Well, he's a little kid. Little kids, it doesn't matter.
Right. That's right. They'll sleep anywhere.
Their body shuts down, and it shuts down. They can't keep going.
I missed the disconnect. Like, I understand the reason why Claire tells her, "Oh, I thought you were where we left you," right? And then all of a sudden, because in the last episode they were rushing off together, in the previous episode, and then this one, now they're meeting again, right?
Yeah.
And now she looks grown up, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Just in her mannerisms.
Yep.
Oh, yes, she does.
Yep. She's like,
Look, she just looks at her with disdain.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
the one that you tried to keep me away from. Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How is it?
Is it?
Don't
Is it wonderful?
remember.
You screwed it all up for me the first time.
Yeah. 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 See, that's why. Yeah. She's like, oh, I know he's in poor health. Mm.
Yeah. And everybody had baskets. How come we don't carry shopping baskets anymore?
These
Like
are fucking
official.
heavy and awkward.
Because, we're just
They're
a
heavy and awkward.
glutton now when we go grocery shopping that we couldn't carry a basket. We would have to like bring a horse so we could carry it all back with us. Can you imagine a horse outside of Costco? You'd need a sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll
It's
try
so
and help him. And I'll say I'm sorry because I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But still, she hasn't put 2 and 2 together yet.
No.
I hope she's not contemplating in her little Claire head, oh, how am I going to get them apart from each other?
I think she might have given up the goose on that one.
Gosh, I hope so. He looks a little PO'd. Yeah, I'd smell that first to make sure it's not poison.
Right?
Yeah. And why there was no talk between the Bonnie Prince and him after leaving him in the dust, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, that was pretty douchey move on all of their parts.
Yeah, exactly. And I still can't believe that the prince agreed to Culloden knowing, he
Mm-hmm.
was just done, I think, at this point, and
Yep.
he just wanted it to continue,
Mhm.
and it just had to, that little squawk.
Well, you know what? He got away.
Yeah, he did. He went to the Isle of Skye and dressed as a woman.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, he did.
I think it was with his cousin or something.
Flora, I believe her name was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was in the book too. She made an appearance in the books, not in the show.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, and nobody's interested in feeding these damn soldiers, and I don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
They just I just can't imagine them waking up in the morning. Okay, let's go kill people. Let's have some energy. You know what I mean?
Right. Doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Just think that, well, they're disposable. And you know what? I think I don't think that's really changed a lot for a lot of militaries.
No,
over the
I
years.
agree.
They're, you've got your colonels and your generals and your bigwigs and the people that are,
disposable.
Yeah, and then you've got your infantrymen.
Yeah.
And your grunts.
And I think
that are sent out into the field, and I think that's why now it's so different in a lot of cases, because now it's not like wars are being fought not as much with people anymore. Like a lot of people are, it's more with AI and with drones and stuff like that are starting to take place. Like Obama really changed the way wars are fought, in the respect that it went from, he was 150,000 people in the Middle East, American soldiers, and he took it down to 14,000.
It's funny, you can apply that kind of military thought to any kind of business. You look at the people, like, let's see, even just use retail, right? The people that are working in the stores every day are the frontline people.
Yep.
They're the one that have a passion for what they do, right? Because they're engaging with customers coming in, right? And it seems to diminish the more and more you move further up.
Yeah.
It becomes more about what's important to the business, as it should, right? But
Right.
I always see the people that are working in the stores as the number one.
Right. Mm-hmm. And they're usually the ones that are, getting paid the least, and they're the ones that are underappreciated, and,
I think for the most part, that's true. I've been lucky that I've worked with some that are the opposite. Thank goodness. But it applies the same to military, right?
Yep, it's true.
Your guys, your infantry guys, and your guys on the front lines. They are so passionate and motivated in what they do, right?
Yep.
And it's all because two people couldn't agree with each other.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, look. Damn it.
Do I have to? Him again?
He's right there.
Man, they sure did a number on Alex, eh? Like, he looks sick.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And I hate to say it, but Black Jack looks dapper there. I can't believe I said it.
Well,
but I did.
They went and softened him.
Yes.
For this. And by stripping him of the red coat uniform, because he's not in that. Granted, he wasn't in that in Paris,
right?
part of it, but oh no, he was. Yeah, he was. But this part of it is, they've put him in, civvy clothes and all of that. It's just how she didn't stab him in the throat.
Yeah. And Mary just cannot accept the fact that Alex may die. Nope. And she's trying to tell her, you need to make arrangements. And she's like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there we go.
Yeah. She gets it now. There's the baby.
Yeah.
That's the baby. Got it. Clue in. Clue in.
Isn't it funny how this turned, thank goodness it was Alex that fathered the baby, and the tenderness and the kindness, and it kind of trickled down through the generations to Frank. But then there was that one instance that Black Jack came out for just a few seconds.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Well, I can't even say one, because there was the one in the shed behind the house. And then there was when she told him that she was pregnant with Jamie's baby. So that was twice I seen him.
And then when he beat that guy with that blackjack.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
When that lady's Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
So a little bit more than I thought. But Brianna did say that her dad had a temper.
Yep, she did. Yeah. Burp. Oh yeah, and remember, he knows he's been told he's going to be dying in a couple of days too. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, he'll be reminded here shortly. Yeah. And good of Claire to use this as a bargaining chip, right?
Yeah, a chup, whatever that is, a bargaining chip.
I meant to say bargaining chip.
But anytime you screw up, I like to point it out.
And that's okay if that gives you pleasure.
It really does.
I've got big shoulders. It's all good.
It really does. Just
bring it, sister.
I like to tease because my mom taught me how to tease. My mother.
It's so funny. I was thinking about her this morning, and there's just some things that we don't do as good as her.
It's true. But I try my best.
I still try and be a good daughter. Because I have a feeling that she'll ghost me if I don't.
Well, then I'm going to try and be a really crappy daughter. So she does ghost me.
I know.
That'd be cool. I'd like to get ghosted. Oh, see. And see the way it was in the book where I had a really hard time wrapping my brain around Jamie being a part of that whole thing.
Yeah.
because in the books, Jamie was a part of the, getting together with Alex and Blackjack and
Right.
all that. And I had a really hard time wrapping my whole brain around that. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree with you. I thought the same thing. I'm like, why is he here? Just because I watched the show first before I read the book.
Well, even when I read the book, and that was, a million years ago, or what it seems like, and it always troubled me. It always troubled me every time I read it, even still, every time I read it still. And Andrew, you know who it is exactly right when he gets lifted out of the cart, doesn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about, sister.
Betty McBenderson.
Yeah.
But yeah, it always did trouble me.
And
even when I read it to Andrew, he was like, no fucking way would I ever, for anybody, there's no way. So yeah, I was kind of glad that when they did this part of it, they kind of left Jamie off to the side.
And I don't like this part. I don't like this scene. And the reason is he even, Colin even says it, you know what? Why didn't you come out and get me? Like, they all just stand there watching him work his way in. They should have went out and helped him. Like, damn you. But man, he looks like he's been through a ride, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, see, but the thing is that Rupert and Ross and Murtaugh all went against him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But if Jamie were standing there, Jamie still would have helped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think they were just waiting what he was going to say, right? Because, I caught you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know you.
God, he's so messy. He looks so messy.
He just
like his coat, and that's the thing. When he wore that coat before, he looked so
regal,
and majestic in it, right? And now it's just kind of hanging off his shoulders and just kind of, just looking so. Whoa.
Yeah.
I was just watching a show last night that had Gary Lewis column in it, called His Dark Materials. Is it ever good? It's based on books. But it's got James McAvoy in it, who I love. And yeah, he's in it too. It's really good.
And Sam has started taping a new movie. It's a movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's like Text for You or Text for Me or something like that. Sorry, I don't remember the name. I butchered that, but he's already started that. And it makes me sad because if he can do a movie, why can't they just go and tape the series?
Well, because they're waiting until the new year to start.
I know. Yeah. That's okay. I get it.
It's all right.
We're going to keep you entertained until we get back to Outlander.
We're going to keep ourselves entertained until get back to Outlander.
Hey, this is a big SIssues family.
Yeah. Okay, we think maybe. We don't know.
I hope. It makes me happy to think that someone's there maybe getting even a giggle or, damn, I wish they would just shut up and talk about the show.
That too.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, the fact is that chances are, those are two different things.
Yeah.
And the likelihood is that who's ever listening with us have watched it over and over and over and over again too. So this is one of those times you just kind of sitting around talking, shooting the shit while you're watching, kind of halfway watching, kind of, chatting.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest to anybody listen to this podcast first before doing the Outlander official podcast. I think if they did that first and then did ours, I think it'd be a good thing.
Yeah, and not only that, but because you'll be able to correct this, because like we're going to give you wrong information. We're going to like give you stuff that we thought we heard, and then it was probably not right. And then,
You can tell us. You
Yeah.
can send us a message, send us an email, leave a comment, whatever you want to do.
Like,
And we'll go, oh, yeah, we were wrong. Okay.
Yeah. Because we admit we're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we have no problem with that.
Nope.
And we won't start a fight with you because we don't
No.
care enough to do that.
But if you have information we don't, our 1-800 number is, no, I'm just kidding.
1-800, go fuck yourself.
Oh, jeez, you're so brutal. I apologize for her for today.
I've had an interesting few days. Just say that. 1-800, I love you so much. Is that
better? I love you too.
I was talking to them.
Oh, whatever. Kiss me arse in English.
Okay. Oh, you kind of feel so bad for Colin.
I do, but you know what? He did pick the right person to ask. And why was he there? Like, why did he show up at Culloden? Is it because he knew for sure that Jamie was going to be there? He knew it, and he only had this short amount of time left, right?
Yep.
And now that he has her alone, it's like, I might have a way out of this whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's just in agony.
After Culloden was over, it wasn't too long after that his family was forced out of their home.
Yeah, and he does. Oh my gosh, Hamish.
Yes, Hamish
does come back into the books.
Okay, I don't know. I'm only on book 5. I don't know this yet, so I'm so excited. I'm on so many sites.
Not in a big, huge
spoilers.
Not in a big, huge way.
Yeah.
Or does he? Pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty sure he does.
Yeah, Hamish gets his own land, his own home after Castle Leoch is taken over, like in real, whatever. So,
yeah, like living that kind of like he lived a pretty harsh life.
Well, and she was worried, based on their religion, suicide was a sin, right? And at that point, it's either I need to make this bearable for me. You know what I mean?
It's death with mercy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, please. This whole suicide is a sin thing. It's just, I just think it's a load of shit.
Well, I don't want anybody committing suicide anyway. This is different. This is someone that's making a rational choice with their pain,
Well, and I have a hard time thinking about physical pain and mental pain is in two different realms, though. As somebody that knows and also has worked with a lot of people, when I used to work with the RCMP, and dealt with a lot of that and trained with a lot of people in crisis intervention. And stuff like that. And one of my very good friends committed suicide, and something that her mother said that, I won't forget is that she died trying, and that always stuck with me. Yeah. Because it's not, like, so people say, it's to put an end to that physical pain. Yeah. And then other people are putting an end to their mental pain and anguish. But yet they are seen so differently than the people that are putting an end to their physical pain. Yeah. And sometimes I think we have to see them in the same light.
Yeah, exactly. We do.
And have the same empathy for them. Yeah. Because the mental pain is no less. No. Than the physical pain is. Yeah.
Who would have thought blowing smoke into someone's face would help them breathe, huh?
Yep. Yeah. And a lot of it, like, my son AJ is severe asthmatic, and cigarette smoke is so bad. Like if he walks by somebody smoking a cigarette, it makes him feel sick. It causes him, of course, to cough and wheeze and not be able to breathe.
Yeah.
If he walked by somebody smoking a joint, it doesn't do the same thing.
No, of course not.
So that it's a whole different kind of smoke. It's a whole different kind of herb, so to speak, right?
Well, and Mom was severe asthmatic as well. So, but she couldn't breathe if there was like perfume in the room, or she was so sensitive to those things.
Yeah, AJ is much the same. For perfumes and for scents. And
do you remember having to go outside to put hairspray in your hair?
Yep.
Had to stand out there for a couple seconds before I went back into the house.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old 80s.
When I used to live, when I was the only one living at home, both you and the oldest sister were already gone. She used to let me do it in my room, but I'd have to open my window and keep my door closed with a towel by my door. And she said I couldn't come out until like for 15 minutes or something until after I did it. Yeah. I had a lot more leeway than you did.
Yeah. Because you were the last one. Last one to leave the roost.
At 18.
I moved out when I was 16. That's nothing to brag about, let me tell you. This part I like. This part I was like, what the heck are you talking about? And then I put 2 and 12 together.
Yeah, that didn't take long, eh?
Yeah, no. It only took me to the end of season 2. But he sure looks sick, eh? Like they did a great job with makeup on him. And Mary, how she doesn't say a thing, eh?
Right.
Like, I can't do it. No, I don't want to marry your brother. She's like, yeah, okay. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but she knows.
Yeah.
She knows what her life would be like.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Well, and it would be a bastard child.
Right.
If she didn't get married, right?
Yeah.
But look at her looking at him. But she sees him differently.
Right.
She only knows one side of him.
Yeah. She only sees him as Alex's brother.
Exactly.
She doesn't know what a sadistic fuck he really is.
She only knows that he's been paying for everything for them, that he's taking care of his brother, and he speaks so nicely to his brother. So, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. And she will do whatever Alex wants her to do.
Exactly. I don't like that he made them touch hands.
No.
I don't like that. That just doesn't give me a good feeling.
No. And now he's like, nope, can't do it.
No dang way. But just the look on Alex's face, like, I can't believe.
Yeah. It's, you can just see his blackjackness, like just dying to come bursting out. Yeah. The vein on top of his head looks like it's about to burst.
Yeah, it does too. He's trying to hold it all in.
Yeah.
And the lines in his face are just getting more defined. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The little vein under his eye. It's just, no. Everybody's yelling at Claire. She's trying to go after Blackjack. Murtaugh, where the hell are you going? Please help him.
Yeah.
Just like, holy cow.
Give him some more smoke. Got to give him some more weed.
Oh, he sees she's not blowing smoke up his rear.
Right? That was the other, another guy's suggestion in season 4.
Yeah. But that was a big thing back there. Back then, it was a cure, a so-called cure for a lot of ailments. So, that old smoke up your arse phrase, it comes from this. So if you're curious, you think I'm lying, look it up. You'll find it. It was an actual treatment.
Yeah, and it is. It's in one of the scenes in season 4 when Claire is operating on the guy at the play. When the doctor rushes in and says, all he needs is a little smoke blown up his arse.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Which
is Mr. Fanning is who she was operating
which
on.
Is funny because, Fanning.
Fanny.
Well,
Fanning.
A fanny means something else. A fanny's a pussy or oops, I said, now people are going to get mad at me that I said.
Yeah, okay, here they come. I can just hear the typing so fast right now.
And I'm sorry, but that's what my mother told us to call it when we were kids. So that's that.
And our boobies were Smarties.
Our boobies were Smarties, and we had pussy and Smarties, and boys had dinks. So there.
Yep.
So there. Yes, my mother was crass. We didn't know it until we were much older, but that's just the way it was. Okay, people?
She just said it like it is. That's all.
And then when I was older, and I was like, my God, Mom, that was bad, And she was like, what did you want me to call it? A vagina? I was like, yeah, that would have been good. That's so gross. Oh my God. Gotta love her. Gotta love her.
Yeah. She was definitely original, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I'm surprised any of the husbands survived. Because she always felt like no one was good enough for her daughters. And if you did prove yourself, though, she loved you deeply.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. She loved Andrew. Once he quit smoking, that was the big one.
Yeah, I'm sure. I love the fact that Murtaugh says, I'll take her as my wife.
Yeah.
Not the sort of woman I pictured for myself, but,
Yeah.
I feel bad for Murtaugh that he never married. I think I said that already. I sound
You already
like a broken record.
You do sound like a broken
record. That was
record.
a different podcast. Sorry,
Yeah. You're going back.
Going backwards. Oh, and this is actually a shot from the Inverness shot, where if you go to the right around the corner, there's that round circle fountain thing.
Oh, okay.
This is actually behind the Mrs. Baird's bed and breakfast.
Cool beans.
Yeah. So, I remembered that. I don't know how I remembered that.
Things come back to you.
Well, they were saying that there's a whole bunch of different side streets that they were hoping to use more of. So, So that's kind of cool. I can't wait to go there and just walk around everywhere.
I know. Me too.
We'll be one of those crazy tourists that get pictures of ourselves in front of everything Outlander.
Yep, we will.
I see everybody doing that goes to Scotland. I'm like, oh, thank you so much for sharing. That is so awesome. Oh, and here's a drunk blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't like how this conversation goes.
Me neither.
Because you all know the one sentence I'm talking about.
Woman.
At least he identifies he's a monster.
Mm-hmm. Truth.
And maybe this is his own sentimental portion of this conversation in his own despicable way. You have to help me.
Yeah. Persuade him not to. Whatever.
Look at he's sitting all crooked in his chair.
Mm-hmm.
And just the disgust in her face. I love it. Did he ever tell you what he did to him?
Oh, he's such a horrible, horrible person.
Yeah. Nearly a couple days away. I'm glad that she broke it down to him because he wasn't getting it at all.
Yeah.
She needed to break down the reasons why he needed to marry her.
Right.
But when he realizes he's losing this conversation with her is when he flips it back to wanting to hurt her, you know,
Yeah.
with what happened between him and Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't really been at that tavern very long, so I'm surprised they made him as drunk as they have.
Well, how many, you know, you don't have to have that many shots
Not
before
back
you're
then.
wasted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially back then.
Well, and you never know how much of that smoke he inhaled in the room either, because
Yeah, this is true. I hate that is the line right there that gets me every friggin' time.
Oh, he's such a pig.
And he doesn't regret any of it.
Yeah. Oh my
Again,
God.
he lost the conversation with her. This is the only way to get her back, right?
Yep.
And regardless of what he's saying right now, she still needs to keep that same opinion.
Yep. Oh, whatever. You're going to die in a couple of days, man.
You don't hold the upper hand in anything anymore.
Yeah.
Nothing, buddy. So, yeah.
Yep.
See, that's the part I think that got him to finally agree when she said, "You're sending your brother to his grave with a broken heart." I think that's the only thing that made him turn.
Yeah. And, you know, like, I don't even, like, I still can't even see him having a, you know, any kind of emotional connection with anybody or anything, but at the same time, you know. And what I really loved about this episode too was the brother connection, right? You've got Alex and Blackjack and their relationship, and then you've got Dougal and Colum and their relationship, right? So you've got these mirrors of these brothers, and you know the loss of one. And I just really like the way that they played those two storylines within the same episode.
Well, I think that they should have actually called the episode The Bro Show.
The Bro Show.
Actually, I think that was a show on TV, The Bro Show, wasn't it?
It was called The Man Show.
No. There was no. I know there's The Man Show. I know.
Show.
I gotta look that up because I swear there's something called The Bro Show. I swear there is. I don't know where it's from. Was it from the US? The Bro Show. And I'm trying to remember what the like tagline was to that.
I think you're going on a tangent that's
I'm going on a tangent, but it's like I'm convincing myself.
Yeah, you are.
Look for The Bro Show.
When he wants Jamie to know of the clan, the future of the clan.
Yeah.
Here, you banged your mic.
Sorry, I hit my glasses on my mic. I apologize.
James Fraser. Sorry. Oh dear. So he picked Jamie anyway.
I love this conversation between them, right? Because Colum is solidifying to his brother how it should be and the reasons why, right? He's just laying it outright. But yet Mr. Drama Queen still needs to throw in, "Oh, you don't like me very much. You never liked me."
But the thing is, too, I mean, the the deal is that they're going to war in a couple of days. Colum's planning on killing himself.
Yeah.
And Dougal and Jamie are going to war. They both very well could die.
Yeah.
And what does it matter what Colum wanted? So it's just it really is a kind of pointless conversation. But really good for TV.
Okay, so I have to tell you this. So I looked up the Bro Show, and you know what came up? The most disgusting toenails you ever seen in your entire life.
I don't want to talk about. Don't show me that.
That's disgusting. What does that have to do with the Bro Show?
I don't want to see that ever again.
They were like black and gangly.
Okay,
and
can
orange.
we go back to watching the show?
Yeah.
Stop.
Sure. Don't be sidetracked.
Stop it.
Come on, behave.
He is one passionate guy.
Yeah. He carries this character so well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen him in quite a few other movies as well,
Mm-hmm.
And he's done a really good job, but he just owns this character,
Well, and I think it's because he was so passionate about playing it, because of his history and his love of Scottish history, and his like he just has the. And when you listen to him doing the Clanlands book, when narrating it and talking about it in his interviews and stuff like that, he just has this serious passion for it. One of his greatest, one of the things that upset him the most was that Dougal died before the Battle of Culloden. He really wanted to be in that. Like that
of
was,
course.
like that was just his. Well, besides not getting naked near enough, and wanting to, get jiggy with somebody on screen, like he really wanted to do that too. But
well, of course he would.
Well, especially with Lottie. Like, I mean,
yeah.
God,
there was lots of
but just an absolute, must was him trying to be in, Culloden with the fight and all that stuff. So he just can't take it anymore.
Nope.
Jimmy's like, all right then. He's just gonna. Oh, great.
His scarf looks a little tattered.
It matches his disposition. It matches
his full body tatteredness.
Oh, goody. Now we're back to the other brothers. Oh, poor girl.
I know.
Was that you going, or was it Alex?
Yeah. No, it was me. No, it was me.
Oh,
but can you imagine being on your deathbed and, your baby's about, she's pregnant and the whole bit. Like, I feel so bad for Alex.
No, I feel worse for Mary.
Oh, of course. Well, he's dying, so of course I feel worse for him.
For her.
Damn.
For her. You meant for her.
No, I feel worse for Alex. He's dying.
He's going to be dead. Exactly. He's going to be dead. He's going to be gone. He's not even going to know what else is going on. Mary's going to be left behind with this baby.
Okay, I feel worse for her number 2.
You feel worse for her poop?
No, for frick's sake. Jesus. Oh, my God.
Oh, God, I feel so bad for her.
It seems really hypocritical to have a priest there with Black Jack Randall.
Right.
It's like, I'm surprised he's not standing in burning flames of ember.
Right?
Yes.
It's true.
Mock me. Na.
You're such a wiener. You look like you just came off a shortbread box.
Yeah, exactly. And so many wigs, just so many wigs. Yeah. His is a little bit more tighter curls, tight to the head.
Yep.
And
That's because he's such a tight ass. That's why.
well, and I don't like his body language. He's sitting there all chillaxed, laid back in his chair, and it's like nothing's going on. Yet everybody else is freaking out.
There was a behind the scenes video of him with Sam, and he was like, I'm dressed like I should be on a box of shortbread cookies.
Oh, but it's so true. I think they're called Scotsman,
Yeah.
or Williams or something. But oh yeah, those are really good.
But it was so funny. He was like,
Not
everybody
as-
else are in these dull colors, and
Yep.
here I am, like, hey everybody, I'm here. Yeah, and he was just, feeling like a big old sore thumb.
Well, makes sense for his name, right? Bonnie Prince Charlie. He's,
Yep.
Mock me.
You're a little wiener head.
And the blue neck scarf just doesn't match.
And here he is,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gonna give him a bottle of wine when he's my prisoner. Like, are you kidding here?
It's not a party, smartass.
Right? These people are going to die for you, like, in your cause.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here comes Dougal.
The scene.
Yeah. To have a little chat and a drink with his bro. Well,
yeah,
he's already drunk most of it, so.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard to, I have a hard time understanding Dougal in this moment. Is it just the alcohol talking, or is he really trying to have a heart-to-heart with his brother in a sarcastic way?
Well, yeah, he's done. He's finished the bottle. And I think he, well, I think he is trying to have like a little bit of a heart-to-hearty.
Yeah.
Oh, you wasted the last drop, you fool.
And you know what, though? That's a small bottle, and they're Scottish. There's no way he's drunk after that wee little thing.
Well, maybe it was pretty strong.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. And just the look on Colum's face, it's like, ugh, death.
Yeah.
It's time for me to go.
Yeah, I've had enough of this shit now.
Yeah, but it is too bad that, he never had a proper goodbye with Dougal.
Well, I think
Dougal really wanted it anyway.
I think this was pretty much what Colum was. He was like, "Yep, take me now."
It was really telling on Colum's part, though, right? How he felt about Dougal. But I think Dougal, had this little bit of little boy, big sister, big sister, big brother. Maybe it was just therapy kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, he, put his heart out there, and I was really impressed with the monologue.
Yes.
Like Graham McTavish did a beautiful job with it. He went through all of these, layers of their relationship very beautifully, a little psychotically.
Psychotic onion is what you're trying to say.
Right? Peeling back those layers of the nut onion.
The nut onion. Hey, that would be interesting, a nut onion.
Little fruity, spicy.
He's a good actor, even just his facial expressions and
He does conflicted very well.
Yes.
And angry. Like this guy, I would love to see him in a comedic role, but playing like the grumpy old man. Like now that we've seen him in Men in Kilts.
Yeah.
Right, with Sam Heughan, where he's basically himself.
Yeah.
And I can understand totally why they call him Lady M
Yeah.
when, because he is kind of diva-y, and he just makes me smile so much. So I would love to see him in that kind of role. I think he would be absolutely brilliant and funny and wonderful. But, he does drama very well. But
I see him in Men in Kilts, and for the most part, it looks like he has a stoic face, like dry humor,
mhm,
that sort of thing. So
yeah.
it's interesting to watch him in this show with the scowl and the wrinkles on his forehead, and
Mhm.
just a different persona altogether,
Right.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. But oh, look,
Somebody, is he sleeping? Is he napping?
you fell asleep while I was talking to you. Oh, wait a second. Wait, no,
Yeah,
no. You
he
damn
had
well
his
killed yourself while I was talking to you.
he had his own drink. He
Uh-huh.
didn't need any of yours. Oh, I bet you he smells really bad.
He's
You
like comforted. He's like, sometimes we struggle with our demons, and now we're gonna cuddle with them.
Yeah. I bet you he really smells bad though.
Oh yeah, probably.
His hair is just long
Well,
and
I'm
blue.
I'm guessing that Dougal doesn't smell much better.
He doesn't smell better, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
he does look a little better.
Well, he's got that nice clean head, right?
Yeah. I
But
love the beard. I love how his beard grows.
mhm,
At the bottom of the chin, it just kind of
uh,
comes out a little bit.
yeah, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and he gets angry with him for dying.
Well, and
Mm,
because
yeah.
he wasn't able to finish his story, his audience is gone.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
But he handles it differently, like he doesn't beat him up.
Well, and he
Uh,
kind of tears up at the end
he
here.
does. He
Oh,
cries. He's
that's
sad.
so tender
Mhm.
from Dougal.
But still,
Yeah.
like, you know, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's it. I'm sorry. Bye, Colin. It's sad to see him go.
literally and
Yeah,
figuratively.
exactly. Can you imagine having people just standing around your bed waiting for you to die?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're just
Uh-huh.
standing there
Well, that's
watching.
what a lot of people do in hospice and hospital
But why
and stuff
isn't
like
Mary
that.
Hawkins? Why isn't Mary holding his hand and, comforting instead of just standing at the bed, just waiting for him to take his last breath? Get
Because
your
I
ass
think,
in there, girl.
oh, she's feeling so sick. I would be feeling sick too.
She's just so tiny, eh? Like,
Yeah.
just,
Oh, I just seen her in a new series.
oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't handle this, man. Can't
No,
handle
like,
looking at him while he's like, ugh.
I just can't believe he did what he did. But that's
Uh-huh.
the rage that he can't control, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's
So
just,
just look
yeah.
at the face. Oh
Can't
my God.
stand his face. I don't even care if he's like, this was
Yeah.
just brutal. Him beating the shit out of his dead brother was, I like,
Okay. So the
why
bad,
somebody didn't stop him
yeah.
or, like yell at him or, you know, call him out in some way
Yeah.
was just vile. Like
So,
Claire's staring at him like you're a fucking freak
yeah.
of nature. But, yeah, that, I mean,
And that they put him on the background of it's just dark,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
But the
pure
one
black.
thing they screwed up on with this is when you punch someone in the face that many times, you have blood on your hands. Just
Yeah.
because he's dead doesn't mean the blood still isn't there.
Right. It's true.
It doesn't have to be splattered all over, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Ugh.
oh yeah, I was saying about Mary Hawkins, Rosie
Yeah,
Day.
sorry. Yeah.
It's on Prime,
Hmm.
Amazon Prime, and she plays a teenage girl in a show called Living the Dream, and it's a comedy
Uh-huh.
about a family from the UK moving to Florida to run an RV park. And
Oh, get out,
yeah,
really?
yeah, and she's the teenage daughter. Yeah, and it's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. It's fun for a binge watch and just to, kind of escape. And there's
Right, right,
so many well-known actors in it. And
right.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, very cool. That's awesome. Well, creeping through the night. This would
Mhm.
have been a good thing. It would have been a good thing had the other side intended to actually do anything.
Right. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and
Uh,
even because that really did happen in history.
mhm.
Um, and they think that had it worked, it would have been a different ending.
Right. Um, this is, uh, yeah.
Yeah. Imbecile
Charles
Charles.
Charles Stewart. He was always screwing shit up.
Yeah, they probably made it to the horses, trotted around a little bit, and let's go back. I need some
Mm-hmm.
more whiskey, wine, whatever it is they're drinking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a wine person or a port person or a
Port. Yeah,
brandy
port.
person or
Yeah, exactly.
mhm.
These poor guys are tired and hungry and,
Mm.
you know,
Well, all the
jeez.
guys on the field are frozen,
Yeah,
tired, hungry, you know. They're not ready for a fight like the battle that they, were put into.
and I was surprised that Jamie was trying to convince him to continue on anyway.
Mhm.
They have like 12 people there, so I was surprised that Jamie put up that big of a fight saying we could still do it, we can still do it.
Yeah. I think
I
he's desperate
Yeah,
to make sure Culloden didn't happen
yeah, but
because knowing it is, he has to get cleared to leave.
exactly. And then Culloden happens next. Yeah, that's a tough episode. Oh God, that freaked me out.
Moments in SIStory.
Alrighty. So advice is really important, I think, to some women. Cher, did you want to tell us about these next ladies?
You betcha. And we'll recognize them after we give you their pseudonyms. Pauline and Esther Friedman had a ferocious rivalry, according to a 1958 life profile that fueled their individual successes as advice columnists. While many consider Pauline's Dear Abby the iconic advice column, it was Esther's Ask Ann Landers that paved the way for it, and all other advice columns to follow. Starting in 1955. The two went head to head almost immediately, and their rivalry continued throughout the remainder of their lives. It also continues even after their deaths through their respective families. So, much like this feud, the past is never over.
Wow, it's pretty cool that I thought maybe Abby and Ann Landers were their actual names, but
Right?
no, Pauline and Esther, I had no idea. Even Friedman, I didn't know that was their last name.
For the longest time, I had no idea that they were even related.
And I wonder why. Like, why did they both decide to be advice columnists? Like, that was one deep feud. And to know that their family is still feuding, that's weird.
That is some deep, harnessed, backed up shit. Like, deal with it. And your advice columnist. Now, come on. Doesn't that seem a little backward? If you're advice columnists, don't you think you'd be able to like work shit out? You're telling other people how to get their shit together and you
Right?
can't?
And it's funny, I can't for the life of me think of any of columnists way back then. Like I can think of maybe one or two now, but not back then. I thought it was just Abby and Ann Landers. That's all I thought it was.
Mhm. Yeah, me too. I mean, now you've got blogs, you've got
Social media,
you've got all
TV.
sorts of advice people, slinging their shit everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then it was totally just like the Ann Landers and Dear Abbeys. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to think of these two people who were the ultimate advice people who, were competing against each other the whole
Yeah.
time.
Imagine if they would have teamed up. That would have been pretty cool.
Right. They could have been like more historic than they are.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, we want to hear more about moments in sistery. We want you to tell us your sister stories. So, you can visit our website at sisters.ca, or you can find us on social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or even Twitter. So, tell us, let us know what your sister stories are.